Tēnā koutou katoa e hoa mā, e te iwi, e te whānau, Māori ora. Hey, in this week's clip, I wanted to quickly cover 3 more practical tips or ideas that I'm currently using in my journey towards fluency. They may not be everybody's cup of tea, kei te pai tēnā. Engari, I'm going to share them anyway in the hope that it may help somebody. So without further ado, let's head along to those 3 ideas now. That's right, e hoa mā. We can turn statements in te Reo Māori into questions simply by our intonation. What do I mean by that? I've come up with 4 examples. Check this out. Kei te pai ia. He or she is good. It's a statement, right? But what if I was a bit concerned for them? So I ask, kei te pai ia? Is she alright? What about, he reka te kai. The food is scrumptious. But what if I'm a bit iffy about that shop that my mate's just bought some food from? So I ask him, e hoa, he reka te kai? Is the food good? Is the food scrumptious? Is it worth me going in? What about me kōrero taua? Let's have a chat. Me kōrero taua. But let's change the tone of our voice right at that last moment and ask, me kōrero taua? We've had an argument. Me kōrero taua? Shall we have a chat? In my final example I've put, e mai wiwi ana koe. You're sick. E mai wiwi ana koe. But what if I come round to my mate's house thinking we're going to go out to the mall, for example, and I see that he's crook, so I ask the question, e hoa, e mai wiwi ana koe? Ugh. Oh well, i nai nei, kaore taua e haere ki te moro, nā te mea, e mai wiwi ana koe. Hei ko nā. Simply, by changing the tone, we've turned the statement into a pātai, therefore doubling our kete of knowledge. So te wero o te wiki e hoa mā is to consciously think about this and think about the statements we are saying, i rā, in te Reo Māori, and see, can we turn that statement by doing nothing other than changing our intonation into a pātai, therefore doubling our knowledge. Let's head along to our second one. Yes, you read that correctly. Engari, I have found this to be the most effective way of learning my grammar. So what does it mean in a practical sense? Well, yes, it means swallowing the pride and picking up a children's picture book in te reo Pākehā. Engari, I make sure my personal wero is to learn ia pikitia in te Reo Māori, and I don't settle for anything less. And any picture that I do not know in te Reo Māori, I go to the tikinare, to the papakupu or maoridictionary.co.nz, and I make an effort and make sure that I know what that means. So it looks like this e hoa mā. He raki kōwhai. Ngā panana kōwhai. He motoka whero. He ue aua. He a te kupu Māori mō umbrella. Kaore au I te mōhio. So, head to the papakupu, the tikinare, and we find that it is amarara. So we carry on. He amarara whero. He arewhana nui. He taika riri. He a te kupu Māori mō zebra. He aua. maoridictionary.co.nz, zebra, he para. He para. Hopefully that makes sense. Give it a go. It's a bit of fun and it's a great way to learn grammar. Let's head to our third and final tip. And in this final kōrero e hoa mā, it's not so much a tip as it is just some food for thought. Life's a rat race, and it seems as though today more than ever, everything's trying to consume us and take us away from the things that really matter. So I've found on my personal journey in learning te Reo Māori, I've had to be deliberate in my acts of removing myself from that hustle and bustle and just getting away to have a kōrero, kanohi ki te kanohi, and te Reo Māori anake in my local whare pukapuka, or reading or writing in that place. Hea haai. These places, the whare pukapuka, are safe learning environments. They're on our back doorsteps. They have no screen time, no TVs, no noise, no hustle and bustle. They're almost far removed from our everyday way of living. And I've found that almost 100 times out of 100 times I walk out of the whare pukapuka after only an hour's of learning or speaking te Reo Māori, feeling more confident than I would trying to learn it within the hustle and bustle of people talking and screen time and whatnot. So they are my challenges e hoa mai, I tēnei wiki, tuatahi. We talked about simply turning the statements into a pātai by changing our tone, therefore doubling our kete of knowledge. E tuarua, we talked about not being too proud, not to pick up a kid's book and learning all those pikitia and not settling for any pikitia that we do not know in te Reo Māori. And tuatoru, utilising our local whare pukapuka for their resources and for their safe learning environments. Text a friend, tell them you'll meet them down there, and have a kōrero. Arai te hoa, hopefully that helps somebody. Kia pai tō wiki, kia pai tō ahiahi ā, kia pai tō pō, hei kona.